I'm Becca and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to unbox this Crafter's Companion monthly iris folding kit. I've been wanting it for a while, so it's not brand new, this one, from when I'm going to be putting the video out. I've got it reduced from the Chesterfield store. I got it in a deal from it was in the reduced section, so usually once the newest one goes live, the old ones get reduced off in the stores, and they're usually £15 each. And then because I'm a platinum member, I get 20% off, so they work out at £12 each for me. But there were an extra offer on in the store today, so I got this plus a 12x12 cardstock pad for 25, but then there was extra discounts off, so all in all I got an extra 45% off, so it cost me just over £12 for this and a big 12x12 cardstock pad. So I went in on a really good day. So I'm just going to open this up, and then once I've shown you everything that's in it, I'm going to get everything opened up properly and then come back and show you how to use the products. So as always with these boxes, they come lovely wrapped in the tissue paper, and they're now in these lovely spotty envelopes. They're not in the plastic wallets anymore, which I think is great for the environment, because I'm trying to get rid of as much plastic in my life as I possibly can and reuse it wherever I'm able to. So I'm going to pop the box to the side so I can, my light, so the camera's not going to be focusing on too much at the same time. So the first thing that we've got is some lovely ribbons. I've already had a quick look at these, but I just want to show you the envelope. So we've got some lovely pastel shades here. So we've got them just in the one width in this one. Okay. Then, these are the gems. These are some lovely crystal looking gems. Look how sparkly they are. They are really gorgeous. Oh, one's just come off. I'll stick that back on in a second. Pop that back in there. I think it's come loose because I've tried to do this video so many times today. It's adding up. Right, so this is the die. These are the dies. These are what cut out your main image for you to actually create the style of card that you're going to make. So there's a tulip, and there's a set of 2 hearts, and then you've got some little flowers as well. I have got the rest of the iris folding dies, so I will grab them out and I'll show you those as well once I come back with all the papers and everything. I like that they're coming with the labels on the back telling you what's in each of the envelopes. Now these are the templates that go underneath the dies that I've just showed you. And it tells you what numbers to put in what order. So again, I'll come back and I'll show you how to do these. Just wanted to show you everything before I got on with the tutorial. And then you get 3 of the paper strip pads. Now I've not had any of the other coloured ones because I've got tons and tons of paper in my stash. So I didn't buy any when the other ones were released, but these are just 3 little ones that we've got. So there's all different shades of green, and some have got patterns on. As you can see, we've got some dotty ones there. So we've got some nice variation. And then this one's reds. So it's all the same patterns, just in different shades. And then this one's purples. Now this is obviously my favourite because purple is my favourite colour. So I really do like those, but it gives me a good reference for cutting out other papers. So this is a good size to have for when you're doing the iris folding. So I'll get some other papers cut ready for to show you if I'm doing the other patterns. Go back in. And then you get a set of clear stamps. And these are just some sentiments and a couple of flowers. So those will go work nicely with your iris folding. And then these are card blanks. These are just 4x6 card blanks. Not very exciting, so I'm not really going to show you those. And then these are 5x5 card blanks. So you get those as well. And you also get some card panels. These are to actually cut out the hole from where you'll see your image. Now, all it is just basically sheets of card that fit on top of the card blanks. That's all they are. You don't need those to do iris folding in your own, but I've just realised that this is a way that you can do it, and because usually I've just cut the aperture out of the main card that I'm using and then covered it up on the inside a bit. So I've learned something by just opening this box already. And then this is, oh, these are the envelopes. These feel like they're the gusseted envelopes. Not very exciting, but obviously you need them to have a gusset on, because your cards are going to be quite thick with all the layers of paper that you're going to be putting into your image to complete your iris folding. And then the last one is just some coloured cardstock. I think this is just to mat and layer your pieces on, so it's just those lovely pastel colours again, green, peach and purple and some blue. I thought I saw a yellow one in there, but no, it's just the peach. So those nice coloured cardstocks to use. So I'm going to get everything out and cut ready, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to use the kit. Right, so before we get started, I said that I'd show you the other iris folding dies that Crafters Companion have. I've not done any projects with them yet because I've only recently just got them, but they all work the same as what I'm going to be showing you today, which is out the subscription box. So you've got one that looks like a present, and there's a dress, some balloons, an hot air balloon, a bottle and a butterfly, and you can do these in any colour and they'll go for any occasion that you want to make a card for. So that's those. I'll just put them to the side now. So I'm going to show you how to basically do iris folding just using the kit. I'm just going to use this as the bare bones and not add anything on out of my rest of my other stash. So I've decided I'm going to do one of the square cards today. So I've got one of the card blanks that they give you for you to use for your topper, and I think I'm going to do the tulip. Okay, so you just take your die and position it where you want it to go, and then you want some, if you've got any low tack tape, this will just keep it in where you want it to go while you run it through the die cutting machine. Now, but when you're putting this on, you're better off making it so that the tape sticks to the part of the card that's going to be removed, just in case the card tears off at all when you're taking the tape off, because it says low tack tape, but with the pressure at the Gemini machines, well, my Gemini machines anyway, it's sometimes it presses it on that hard it's hard to get it off until it's been used a couple of times, the tape, because I do reuse the tape. So I've just put the tape over the bits which I know that's going to come off or that are going to be covered. I've just got my plate because I'm using my midi today. Okay, let's take that out. And see how nicely it's come out, and then that's your whole image, and then you just have to pop these out of your dies, but I'll see to those afterwards. You could actually use these as toppers if you did them in different coloured cards and paper piecing, so that'll be another box of to use that I do. Right, so that's going to be the front side of the work. Right, so I've got that tacked in place now, and we can see all the numbers, and it's just in place. I had a little mishap with the black lines on there, moving the low tack tape, and it pulled some of the black off, but luckily I've just put the tape back over it and I can tell which one it is, so don't do my mistake. Make sure you don't get any of your tape on the black lines, because You really don't want that. Right, so the next stage is we just go from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just work our way around. Now, number 1 on the tulip is here on this side, so you just need to decide whatever colour you're going to do your tulip. I think I'm going to use the purple, and these strips, I've not got a ruler, but I can try and this one stamping platform and tell you how big they actually are. So they are 6 inches by 1 inch, these strips. So if you wanted to cut some of your own, that's what size they are. So I think I'm going to go, which one shall we go with? I think I'll go with the dotty. You can change the papers as you go through, I'll keep them all the same, that's totally up to you. It's easier if you take these sticky pads off the sides as well. So yeah, we'll go for the dots today. Right, so all you need to do is take your strips and then you're going to fold them in half. Okay, as long as you've got it folded. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be sticking, that's as close as I can get, but I'll keep lifting it up and showing you what I'm doing. So the first part is here. So we're going to put our first piece of paper up to that black line there, and we're going to cut it so it just finishes afterwards. So you can mark it with a pencil, or if you've just got scissors, just snip it while you've got it close to where you want it to go. And make sure that when you're cutting it, it's not going to overlap onto any of your other patches, and save this for the next bit. So you can use tape to do this, but I prefer to just use a wet glue, because when I've used tape, it's made the topper too bulky when I've done them in the past, so I'm just going to be doing it this way today. So because this is quite a narrow one as well, because as you can see here on the stem, I've got all these little ones, oh sorry I've gone off, all these little ones, so I need to cut the strip so it's thin enough so it doesn't go past there. So just have to do a trial. Yeah, that's perfect. So what I like to do is just put a little bit of glue there at either side, or anywhere that it's going to be just touching the topper. Hold it down, and there you go. So you're not going to get that bulkiness from using tape. It does take a little bit longer just for it to dry, but if you've got time, it is a really good thing to do it with the glue if you're not wanting it to be too bulky. So you don't need them tiny little bits anymore, so you can just get rid of those. Excuse my noisy neighbours again. So we'll go on, and then number 2 is up at this part here. So same process, you're just using your strips and then cut it where you're going to need it. Oop. Glue rolling away. Okay. And again, pop it up to the edge of that black line. Oh, I forgot to put the glue on that a little bit. You don't have to put it on here, but I just prefer it just keeps it more flat, and then you're not fighting with all the different layers. Right, so that's 2, and then 3's over at this side. So again, exactly the same. If you find it easy, just turn your topper around while you're working. You could also use double-sided tape if you prefer that to wet glue, or a tape pen if you've got a tape pen. Do that. Right, so now I've gone 1, 2, 3. So we've come back to the start of where we've done. This is where you decide whether if you're going to do all different colours or whether if you're going to do it all the same. I think I'm going to do different, and I can show you what it looks like in the variation. So I'll go for a plain one this time. Ready? And again, so we're going to be going over our previous one, but you need to make sure that it's not going to overlap onto where the leaf's going to be. So do it just like that, and then just see, and we've got to trim it off again because we're near the stem. Yeah, perfect. So we've got that there now. So I'm going to go off camera now and do the rest of it because it would be rather tedious and boring to watch me doing this all the way around. But you basically just follow the numbers round until you've got this very centre one. On this one it's number 16, and then I'll meet you back there once I've put the rest of these on. Right, so I've got all the way around, and I'm now to the centre, and there's just number 16 left here right in the middle, and then it's basically just covering the gap on this one. I know it looks a bit of a mess now, but when you turn it over it'll all make sense, and it really is a very pretty and very easy thing to do. So no line to go up to that time, so we're just covering over the centre. Now I've been looking at these, and these are really tiny increments. So what I think I might do is, because the numbers are higher on the petals, I'm wondering whether to do the leaves as a solid colour first, and then do these little ones over so that they're easier to tack down. Because as you can see, you're going in very small amounts, and you're getting less and less space for you to be able to stick down on this one. So if you wanted to leave them solid, you can do. In fact, I think I'm going to put might do a solid on the centre, and then do different ones on the leaves. I don't know, you'll see. I'll let you watch what I'm doing on this one, and then you'll know what to do when you're doing your own. So yeah, because I think it's going to be a little bit too difficult to do it. You must be able to do it, else they wouldn't put it in the kit for you to do. But with the stem and the leaves, I'm just going to stay with the plain colours. Okay. So same process. I think this is probably going to be the more difficult bit, is deciding where to glue, because they are such small spaces. There's not much room for you to actually stick your strips down. So yeah, number 17 will be obviously your first one. So I don't know how they're expecting you to do that one. Might have to end up just doing a clear colour. Clear, just one colour, sorry. Right, well, we'll have a go, see how it goes. So it's better you see me get it wrong than doing it yourself and wasting your product. So I'm wondering whether if you've got to just stick it over the top of the other one. Not put it in any other. Sorry, that's my phone going off. And then you just go down that way. So yeah, I think we might just have to be going over the previous one that you've just put down. Off a camera then, but there's this back line that comes down here, and just lining these ones up, so it'll be 24, 25 and 26 that I'll just have to line up with the black line here, and then once we get to this part it'll be on the opposite side. Right, so that's the fiddly part for the top half done, and then it's just repeating the same. So I'll go and finish off the bottom of the stem and the sides of the leaves, because the leaves is pretty much just doing the same as what we've done on the flower. I just wanted to show you the stem with it being a little bit more narrow. So I'll do that off camera so you're not bored to tears, and I'll be back in a minute. I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do on the part that's next to the leaf. Slightly overlapping here, so which is where I know it's going to need for me to put my leaf pieces. I'm just snipping off, just holding my pieces into place because they're still a little bit wet, but I'm making sure that I keep up to that sort of like the black line. You can't really see it now that I've got this on, but I'm just snipping around it just to make sure that it stays in the right place. It's not so much done it on this side, but if you do end up overlapping just a little bit, you can just snip them off with your scissors and get it until you've got it in the right positions to where you want it. Okay, so I've got it all covered at the back now, and I've done the leaves. Noticed I'd gone all the way down on the stem, and actually the bottom two, you're supposed to do it after you've done the leaves, but it works out the same as what we were doing anyway, but I just thought I'd mention in case any of you spotted it while you were watching me. So now all you need to do is just turn it over and just slowly pull off your tack tape and your template, and there is your beautiful image. Now you can still see there's a little bit of glue that's coming out of there. I'll get that once it's fully dried. But this is why you did all these other little ones, just to give you that added texture. And then this just gives you your vein in your leaves as well. So now to make it into a card, you can go as like OTT if you want on the embellishments on the card that you're putting it on. I'm just using what's in the card pack. So I think I'll have it as a 10-fold top fold. Now the toppers are exactly the same size as the card blanks, so if you're wanting to have a coloured border around them, then you might actually want to trim your topper down. So I'm going to chop this down to, I'm going to chop 1/4 of an inch off either side, and then I'm going to put a coloured background on it. Now I'm going down 1/4 centimetre on 1/4 of an inch on either side, so that it takes the even amount off each way. And then where shall we put my back? I think we'll go just get these lovely beautiful colours to go in. I think I'll go with this sort of pinky purple colour. Then this wants to be 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 if you're doing it this way. You can see it a little better now. And that will give us our mount. So that will go on like this, and then that will go on there like that. So I'll zoom a little bit back in now for you. Just wanted you to zoom it so you could see it a bit better. So here's a bigger bottle of glue now. This is Collal glue, just so that it doesn't warp any of the card or the paper. Excuse my gluey fingers, I've got glue all over them now, but it'll come off. Okay, and then this will go on. If you've got foam tape, you could put foam tape around the edges and make it more raised up. I've not got any on me at the moment, so I'm just going to glue it flat. Just give it a good press down. If any of you, if you're using the cloud glue and it's just seeped out, you just rub away at it and it'll just come off. There we go. So that's the base of the card done. And now I think I'll put some gems on. Let's get my tweezers. Right, so these are sticky back gems, so I'm going to stick with going with the purple and pink theme. So I'm going to on. So now is just, I think we need a sentiment to put on. So I'm needing quite a lot of thank you cards at the moment, so I'm going to use sentiment out of the box, thank you with all my heart. I'm going to mount that onto the pink so that will have another dimension to it. Just leave a little border on. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this down this side. I know it's covering up a little bit of my flower, but I need to get a sentiment on there. Again, you could use foam pads to raise this up. And you could always put something in the corner because there's these other little dies here. I might actually we'll cut out some of these little hearts. So I'll stick these on now. There you go, and that's your completed card. Zoom out a little bit now. So they're very pretty, and the only time consuming bit is just doing the different, putting all the layers on, but if you're just using one colour, like for this one, and you're not having to swap colours around, or you can put as many colours in it as you want. You could have a rainbow flower if that's what you're wanting anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed that anyway. I'll just show you the box once again. This is the kit, and I got it in the sale the other day, and I've done a video review of the things I bought on the day that I met Sarah and I bought her book, and this is one of the things that I bought from there. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and it's been informative if you were debating whether to get this kit or not. And if you've liked it, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And if you've not subscribed yet, if you'd consider subscribing, that would be appreciated too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.